Infinite lives. That's the only way to explain this cat. In 1941, while the world was blowing itself up, this black and white stray survived 3 shipwrecks in 1 year. He didn't have a gun, he didn't have a uniform, he just had a piece of wood and a refusal to die. This is Unsinkable Sam. Our story starts on the Bismarck. It was the scariest ship in the German Navy, and living among 2,000 soldiers was a cat. We don't know his name, but he was probably the only one on board not stressed about the war. Then the British Navy shows up. The Bismarck gets blasted and sinks into the freezing Atlantic. Almost everyone is gone. But hours later, British sailors spot something floating in the oil-slicked water. It's a tiny patch of fur sitting on a plank of wood, drifting like he's waiting for a taxi. They pull him up, name him Oscar, and say, "Welcome to the British Navy, pal." Oscar moves to his new home, the HMS Cossack. Everything is fine for a few months. Oscar's just doing cat things, napping on cannons, catching mice. But then, bam, a torpedo rips through the ship. As the Cossack vanishes into the dark waves, the sailors are scrambling for their lives. And who do they find? Yep, the cat, floating on another piece of wood, looking like he's just mildly annoyed that his fur is wet. At this point, the sailors start getting nervous. Is he lucky, or is he a curse? They rename him Unsinkable Sam because, honestly, what else do you call a cat that won't go down? Finally, Sam gets promoted to the big leagues, the Ark Royal. This is a massive aircraft carrier. It's literally a floating city. Everyone thinks, okay, even Sam can't sink this thing. Fate says, hold my beer. Another torpedo hits. The carrier flips over like a toy in a bathtub. As it's going down, rescuers zip over in a motorboat, and there he is, Sam, clinging to a floating board. Witnesses said he looked angry but totally unharmed. He had survived 3 ships sinking in less than 12 months. He was officially done with the ocean. The British Navy finally realized that while Sam was unkillable, his ships were definitely not. They gave him a desk job on land. He moved to a house in Belfast, spent the rest of the war napping by a warm fireplace, and never saw another ship again. He died peacefully in 1955. He outlived 3 of the biggest battleships in history without ever firing a shot. He didn't have 9 lives. He just had one that the ocean couldn't take.